Hey guys, WalterFootball.com video here. We're going to talk about if RJ Harvey's fantasy stock is down the drain. Going to talk about some other players too. Before we get into all that, please hit like, subscribe, comment below this video. Visit the link in the description of the merch store. Especially subscribing would be the best. We're almost at 5,000 subs, so every sub would mean a lot. So we'd love to get there by the start of the season. It'd be awesome. So all the support would be appreciated. And visit WalterFootball.com. Tons of content every single day. We have new stuff. From fantasy football rankings to NFL mock drafts to picks against the spread, not just NFL. We hit a 70-1 long shot on golf a week ago. So we have our U.S. Open picks up right now. So check those out. All right, so let's get to it. RJ Harvey is the top guy here. I figured I'd get to him first. We have our fantasy stock report page. RJ Harvey, as you can see, he has a down arrow here because the Broncos signed J.K. Dobbins. So anyone who took RJ Harvey in the 5th, maybe the 6th round, I've seen him in the 4th. Late 4th round occasionally as well. They have to feel pretty bad right now. It's not that it shouldn't be that much of a surprise because RJ Harvey is a rookie. He's also pretty raw. He used to be a quarterback. Now he's learning the position. So he's a pretty raw runner. And I think he does a little too much dancing. He doesn't really hit the hole. His vision's pretty bad. Someone he reminds me of is Miles Sanders. Like Miles Sanders, he used to just have some long runs with the Eagles behind that great offensive line that Philadelphia has. It was just a great situation for him. But then he went to other teams with worse offensive lines and he struggled. It's because he didn't have that advantage. Now, Denver has a good offensive line, so RJ Harvey projects well if he gets to play. The problem is J.K. Dobbins is going to be on the field. RJ Harvey's pass protection is also pretty poor. So Dobbins sounds like he's going to play on 3rd down, and he might steal some occasional first and 2nd down work as well. So I was already down on Harvey. I didn't get all the hype with 4th, 5th, maybe even 6th round. I thought heading into the drafting, I thought maybe 7th, 8th round makes sense for him. 4th, 5th is way too rich. 6th is it begins to be acceptable at this point, but I still don't like him there. So definitely a down arrow for RJ Harvey, up arrow obviously for J.K. Dobbins, who wasn't on the team anymore. Dobbins can safely be drafted like 12th, 13th, 14th round as a guy who could end up leading the Broncos in carries. But what I think is going to happen is that Sean Payton, he is someone who had a great rushing attack in New Orleans. Using Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara when he was a rookie. Maybe he envisions the same thing. Maybe he thinks that he can run both, and both would have good stats, which is what Ingram and Kamara had together. So I could see that happening. I think it's going to be close to a 50-50 split, and maybe Harvey like 55-45. But anyway, it does sound like Harvey is going to lose his early down work or his 3rd down work to Dobbins for sure. I also have a down arrow for the Lions. Now Frank Ragnow retired a few days ago, but yeah, that was a big blow to that offense, which already lost Ben Johnson and also Kevin Zeitler, who's an outstanding guard for the Lions last year. Now they already lost Frank Ragnow. I did a video on that, but overall fantasy wise, you have to downgrade everyone. Jahmyr Gibbs, Dave Montgomery. Montgomery already downgraded because Ben Johnson's gone because the new coordinator, John Morton, may not use Montgomery like Ben Johnson did. But Gibbs is downgraded as well. His run blocking is not going to be nearly as good with Frank Ragnow gone and also Kevin Zeitler. The interior offensive line looks pretty shaky. I love their tackles, but the interior offensive line looks pretty bad. So the blocking is just not going to be there. And so there's a fly here on the screen. So anyway, as you can see, I'm recording this live with no cuts here. I don't get like why people do those cuts like back and forth. Anyway, the Lions, I'm not drafting any Lions. It's pretty rare for me. I've done like 60 best ball drafts so far. I've drafted Amon-Ra St. Brown like once. I've drafted Gibbs a couple of times. I have not drafted Montgomery. Have not drafted Laporta. Have not drafted Jameson Williams. Have not drafted Goff. Just no interest in these guys. So very down on the Lions. Someone else I'm down on, Colston Loveland. He's going way too early. A lot of these rookies are going way too early. Colston Loveland gets a down arrow because he is dealing with a shoulder injury right now. It sounds like he's not going to be ready for training camp, which, it may not matter by the start of the season. Maybe by week 3, 4, 5, he's going to be on the field a lot. But, for a rookie to miss time in practice, that could really hurt his outlook for the start of the season. So Again, he was already going way too early, and it's a shame because I love seeing people draft them way too early. That means that someone better was going to fall to me. Now, there might be an opportunity here for Loveland to be a good value. Now, if he falls 2 or 3 rounds, instead of like round 9, 10, he's going like 12, 13. Like suddenly that's decent value, and I'd have interest. But 2 tight ends there with Cole Kmet already. It's just a tough situation for the Bears. So for Loveland, I should say, with the Bears. So not a fan of Loveland. Anthony Richardson gets a stock down now. He's been going way later. Richardson a few weeks ago was going round 13, round 14. Now I just did a draft tonight. He went round 19. Which is insane. I love that value there. The only reason I didn't take him because I already had 3 quarterbacks. But if I didn't have 3 quarterbacks, I would have drafted him for sure, like round 18 or 19. Richardson is someone who has an injury. He's dealing with a shoulder problem. We don't know how severe it is, but for any quarterback who has a shoulder problem, that is always going to be a major concern. So I just have issues drafting Richardson right now, unless it's like super late and he provides good value because he has a lot of upside. And heading to the draft, I actually had Mike Lucine from NFLRoughDraft.com on my live show tonight. He pointed out correctly that when Richardson entered the draft, people acknowledged that it was going to be a project, like 2-3 year project. And now people are just way down on him when we already knew he was going to struggle right away. I think he has upside. I'm willing to draft him round 18, 19, but the days of him going round 13, 14 are long gone, unless we get some positive news. And in the same sort of injuries, CJ Stroud, he's also dealing with shoulder injury. It's shoulder soreness, apparently, which doesn't sound that severe. However, I kind of have like injury PTSD from last year with Christian McCaffrey. All we heard from McCaffrey in June, July, August is like, oh, it's a calf injury, no big deal, he'll play. And then even ahead of week 1 with that Monday night game against the Jets, it's like, oh, he'll be okay, questionable. Maybe he'll miss a game or 2, he'll be fine. And then he only played 4 games last year. So you just never know with this sort of stuff. And again, shoulder injury for a quarterback is always terrifying. So it's definitely a downgrade for CJ Stroud, who I think I believe he went like late round 11 in the draft I did tonight, whereas before he was going like round 10. So slight downgrade. Just be cautious with him. If you draft him, make sure you have 2 other safe quarterbacks because he suddenly does have some risk here. So we're going to do some more fantasy football stock videos later. But yeah, that's it for now. So you got to see our fantasy stock report. You got to see me kill a fly like live here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please hit like and subscribe. I mean, where else are you going to see someone kill a fly on air? So hit the sub button. I'd love to get to 5,000 subs by the start of the season. That'd be awesome. So really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Visit walterfootball.com for tons of content, and I'll talk to you in the next video.